Let's talk about the American dream, the big promise. Work hard, play by the rules, and you can become a citizen. It's the story we've all heard, the one that's inspired generations to pack up their lives and head for the United States, hoping for a better future. It's the ultimate upgrade, voting, a US passport, maybe even running for office. It's about having a real say in your future and the chance to build something lasting for your family. But what if I told you America just made that dream a lot harder to reach? The rules of the game have changed, and not in your favor. Imagine a new password on your phone, but no hint, except this is your life, your future, and your family's security on the line. Suddenly, the path forward is unclear. Becoming a US citizen has always been a marathon. Paperwork, interviews, a civics test most Americans would fail. It's a process that takes years, sometimes decades, and demands patience, resilience, and hope. For millions, it's worth it. Security, belonging, a voice. It's the promise of finally being able to call this country home, to feel safe and included. Now imagine you're almost at the finish line, and suddenly, a new hurdle appears. You've done everything right, but the rules just changed. That's what's happening right now. A sudden shift, and people are left scrambling to figure out what it means for them. This isn't just a boring policy shift. It affects real people, your neighbors, your barista, your doctor. These are the people you see every day, who make up the fabric of your community. People who've lived here for years, paid taxes, contributed to their communities, and built lives here. They're not strangers, they're part of the American story. They've done everything right, and now the goalposts have moved. The rules they worked so hard to follow have shifted overnight. It's like playing soccer, and the goal shrinks just as you're about to score. The finish line keeps moving, and it's exhausting. Today, we're diving into a new rule from US Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS. This is the agency that decides who gets to join the American family. Think of them as the bouncers at Club America, and the guest list just got stricter. The velvet rope is higher, and fewer people are getting in. We'll break down what changed, why it matters, and what it means for millions trying to make this country their home. We'll look at the real impact, not just the headlines. Because when the path to citizenship gets tougher, it's not just an immigration issue, it's an American issue. It's about fairness, opportunity, and the values we claim to stand for. It's about who we are and who we want to be. Are we a nation that welcomes or one that shuts the door? So buckle up, this ride's about to get bumpy. The road ahead is uncertain, and we all need to pay attention. The American dream just got a software update, and it's not the good kind. Instead of making things easier, it's made them more complicated and stressful. Let's see what's really changed and why it matters to all of us. So, what is naturalization? It's a word you might have heard tossed around, but what does it really mean for millions of people chasing the American dream? It's not about gardening or lawn care. It's the holy grail for immigrants, the ultimate goal for so many who come to the US seeking a better life. Naturalization is the process that transforms a green card holder into a full-fledged US citizen, unlocking a new world of rights and responsibilities. It's the final step, the grand finale, the moment when years of waiting, hoping, and working hard finally pay off. You go from being a guest in someone else's house to becoming family, with your own key to the front door and a real sense of belonging. Why bother with all this? A green card is good, but citizenship is the VIP package, the all-access pass to American life. You get to vote, have a say in who runs the country, and travel with a powerful US passport that opens doors around the world. No more visa headaches for a quick trip to Toronto or a spontaneous vacation abroad. Travel becomes easier, and coming back home is never a worry. But it's more than just perks. It's about security, stability, and peace of mind for you and your loved ones. With a green card, you're still a citizen of another country and could be deported if things go wrong. There's always a bit of uncertainty. Citizenship is like buying the house instead of renting. It's yours. No one can take it away, and you can finally put down roots. It's peace of mind, especially for those who come from unstable places or have faced hardship just to get here. And there's the family angle. Citizens can sponsor more relatives, helping loved ones join them and start new lives together. It's about bringing your family together, building a future for your children, and creating new memories in a place you can finally call home. So when you hear about someone going through naturalization, remember, it's not just paperwork or a legal process. It's the right to vote, the security to stay, and the power to reunite a family. It's the whole dream wrapped up in one word. That's why this process matters so much. It's about hope, about finally feeling at home, and about having a real stake in your community. It's about belonging, stability, and opportunity, the chance to build a life on your own terms. And now, that dream just got a lot harder to reach. Let's see how. The rules have changed, and the path is more challenging than ever. Here's what you need to know to navigate this new reality and keep your dream alive. So, what's the new rule? As of September 2025, USCIS requires all naturalization applicants to pass the Community Contribution Verification, or CCV. Sounds friendly, but it's a major new roadblock. Before, you just had to prove you weren't a criminal and paid your taxes. Now you must actively prove you're a good, contributing member of society, with documentation. You need a portfolio showing formal volunteer work, civic participation, or professional achievements with community benefit. Think official letters from nonprofits, certificates from community boards, or awards for your work, all from the last 5 years. The burden is on you to gather this proof, retroactively. This isn't just about following the law anymore. It's about selling your story as a model citizen. The process is now subjective, stressful, and uncertain. The game has changed. Let's break it down. Old way versus new way. The differences are bigger than you might think. The old way was straightforward. Prove you didn't break the law, paid your taxes, and supported your family. It was almost like following a simple checklist. Clear, direct, and easy to understand. Interviews were mostly yes or no questions. Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen? Any serious crimes? If you answered no, you were usually in the clear. Good moral character was assumed unless there was evidence to the contrary. The process was designed to be fair and accessible. But now, with the introduction of CCV, that checklist is gone. The rules have changed. You still need a clean record, but now you're expected to actively prove your positive impact on your community, not just avoid mistakes. Imagine being asked, you volunteered at the animal shelter, but did you organize events or lead a project? It's not just about showing up, it's about standing out. Now, it's not about what you didn't do wrong. It's about what you did right and whether it's considered enough by someone else's standards. The old way was open to anyone who followed the law, no matter their job, background, or how much free time they had. The new way favors those with extra time, resources, and connections to build a perfect community resume. It's easier for some, much harder for others. It makes citizenship harder for people working the hardest, those with long hours, multiple jobs, or family responsibilities. The process is now more subjective, and the bar for approval is higher than ever before. The rules have shifted from innocent until proven guilty to prove you're good enough. That's a huge, fundamental change in philosophy, and it's leaving many people behind, people who deserve a fair shot, but now face new barriers. So how does this play out in real life? Let's take a closer look at what these changes mean for real families and individuals. Meet Maria, a stand-in for thousands. She's worked nights as a hotel cleaner for a decade, raising 2 kids, paying taxes, never in trouble. Under the old rules, she'd be a shoo-in for citizenship. Now she faces the CCV. She helps her neighbor, volunteers at church dinners, but there's no paperwork for that. Her contributions are informal, woven into daily life. She can't quit her job to volunteer at a nonprofit for a letter. The new rule punishes people like Maria, essential workers, caregivers, those whose good deeds aren't official. The system now values paperwork over real-life contribution. Maria's story is common, and it shows who gets left out. The dream is slipping further away for many. Now meet Sam, a software engineer from India. He pays taxes, works hard, supports his family, and follows every rule. Under the old system, he'd breeze through naturalization. But with CCV, he's in trouble. He works 50-hour weeks, spends weekends with family, and hasn't done formal volunteering. Donating to Wikipedia or mentoring at work, the rules are vague. Suddenly, Sam has to scramble to prove he's good enough outside his job and taxes. The new rule forces people to perform a specific kind of social participation that may not fit their lives. It adds anxiety and uncertainty to an already tough process. Even model immigrants are now at risk of being told they don't contribute enough. The game has changed, but you can still win if you prepare. Start building your community contribution verification portfolio now. Document everything. If it's not on paper, it didn't happen. Look for formal volunteer opportunities even a few hours a month. Get official letters from nonprofits, community groups, or religious organizations. Be upfront. Tell them you need documentation for your citizenship application. Turn informal good deeds into formal evidence. Ask for letters from PTA, sports leagues, or faith groups. Think like a lawyer. Build a case for your good character. Don't forget professional contributions. Mentoring, awards, or leadership roles at work can count. Ask HR or your manager for letters describing your impact. The goal: a thick file showing a pattern of positive engagement. Quality and quantity matter. Give the officer so much evidence they can't say you don't contribute. Start early, stay organized, and don't wait until the last minute. The new rules are tough, but preparation is your best defense. Build your case now. Don't let the new hurdle stop you. The CCV is just the headline. There's more in the fine print. Officers now have more discretion, making outcomes unpredictable. What counts as meaningful contribution can vary wildly by location or officer. This opens the door to bias and inconsistency. The burden of proof is higher and more expensive. You might pay for official letters, certified translations, or even a lawyer. The process is slower too. Officers must review thick portfolios for every applicant. Delays can mean missing out on voting or seeing family abroad. The new rule isn't just harder. It's slower, pricier, and more stressful. The obstacles keep piling up. The path to citizenship just got steeper, but it's not impossible. The American dream has new terms, but it's not canceled. Every generation of immigrants has faced new hurdles and persevered. This is just the latest challenge. What's needed now is community. Organizations must be ready to provide verification letters. Neighbors should help each other find volunteer opportunities. Those who've succeeded should share their tips. If the system demands proof of community, let's strengthen our communities. Be frustrated, be angry, but don't give up. Use that energy to prepare. Start your portfolio today. Document your good deeds. Reach out for help. Remember why you started: for security, a voice, your family, your future. The path is harder, but the destination is worth it. The American dream is still alive. You just have to fight a little harder to claim it.